Before we begin, I want to draw your attention to the top left corner of the screen where I have installed a DMU, which is a tally of how many I've debunked, how many I've possibly debunked, and how many are undebunkable. So, the DMU. Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick. This is You Don't Scare Me, and today I am going to be debunking the videos contained within Scary Videos No One Can Explain from King Frostmare. This was uploaded on February 18th of 2025. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's just get into it. Well, the first thing I notice is that the second part of the clip is played in reverse. But it could be a sanitizing aerosol that's catching the light from the hallway. Since it's dark inside the room, there might be some sort of sanitary spray that's lingering in the air that could be catching the light. But I'll be honest, not a great start. I'm not entirely sure what we're looking at. Now, normally, other channels that are debunking ghost videos might skip over this if they don't have an answer for it. But I want to be, transparent with you. Sometimes I don't have the answer, and I'll give it a think. I might come back to it by the end of the video, but as it stands now, my only guess is aerosol being illuminated by the light. You can take a look at it again and tell me what you think it might be. It takes a village sometimes. So this is a static image of a hallway. We can see that. And the camera shake is from a handheld camera recording a screen of the security system. However, there are no available timestamps or date codes or time codes in any way, shape, or form. No indicator of which specific camera this is. No authentic information to support the idea that it is actually a hospital, which it was claimed it was. So the best I can say here so the obvious answer here, in my opinion, which debunks the video, is that it is just a opacity trick. So they've taken two clips of a static image, one where something is moving around in the hallway here, and then they've just overlaid it on top of this video. And because the majority of the scene is perfectly static, you're not going to see any, issues with like another ghosting image or anything. And even if you did, most of the people who are uploading these ghost videos would just chalk it up and say that's part of the ghost. But here we have a classic case of an intentionally compressed clip with an overlay. The compression of the video is used to mask editing errors. So this one is debunked.
User Hale has shared the following unsettling video, which was captured one night by his dad. He wrote the following.
Did he not consider the possibility that he shouldn't post a video from somebody whose username is what that was? It seems very close to a issue, and look, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'll say about that. Make the determination yourself.
Dad has been feeling his sheets being messed with and someone sitting on his bed in the night, so he set up a camera. This is what he saw.
I had to leave the context in this one because it's not entirely obvious what's happening. It just looks like someone who's sleeping restlessly on a time lapse. Let's look at it, and if by the end of the clip I still think that, I will call this one debunked as well.
I'm freaked out. Look at the sheets lifting up and what comes out of the side of it. It like dissolves into thin air.
Yes, that is just a restless sleeper, and it's video compression due to the resource management services of security cameras that caused the bedsheet to vanish into thin air. So, King Frostmare, you should know better by now.
What is going on in this recording? It would appear that something is pulling the sheets indeed.
Yes, that would be the man who's currently lying in that bed.
Was it his father, perhaps, that wrongly assumed this to be a ghost? Or was a paranormal event unfolding here?
You're correct on the first count, but not the second.
Now we are looking at a clip from El Cucuy TV. This clip was caught on a home security camera. A grandmother was looking after her grandson overnight. After she had put him to sleep and was in bed herself, she heard some noises coming from the living room and realized her grandson had gotten up and was playing. The strange thing, though, was that it sounded as though the child was playing and talking with another person. When she got up, she asked the boy who he was talking to, and he responded, "My friend."
Imaginary friends aren't ghosts.
Even though nobody else was in the house, the grandmother just assumed the child was talking about an imaginary friend and didn't think much more about it.
Yeah, there you go.
However, the parents checked the security footage the next day, and they were shocked at what they saw.
They have 2 kids and are now lying to the internet. They might not even be any part of this. This could be an entirely unrelated video that that person found somewhere on the web and then came up with a story and posted it to r/paranormal, r/ghosts, whatever you want. There are 2 children in this clip. This is not a composite shot. This is not a lag. This is not a ghost. There are 2 children in this shot, and the people who posted it are liars.
Twice in the video we can see what looks like a small shadow figure around the same size as the boy himself.
Top of the head.
When the child leaves the bedroom, we see him look back at the shadow as it follows him. Clearly, the boy is able to see the creature as well.
Well, now hang on, I know he might be the younger son, but he's no creature. I'm the youngest son. I'm no creature.
Then we see the entity enter back into the bedroom as the boy follows quickly behind him.
Now you see they're both wearing white t-shirts, you know, like children do. I mean, I wouldn't put I don't have a child, but if I did have a child, I wouldn't put it in a white t-shirt.
It is interesting that this spirit seems to be both physically the size of a small child and friendly with the human boy.
It's night vision. There's no reason to believe that it's actually a white shirt. It could be a gray shirt, a green shirt, a purple shirt, a pink shirt. Well, probably not a purple shirt because the purple shirt... No, actually, yeah, purple shirts. In fact, most colors disappear. They're probably not wearing white shirts, but the point remains that they're both wearing t-shirts. I mean, that doesn't make the case against a ghost. There's nothing saying that a ghost can't wear t-shirts, but it's still a small child. Not a ghost. A corporeal, physical, human child. Human child.
Is it possible this is the spirit of a kid that has passed on? Some commenters also speculated that this could be a doppelganger of the boy.
Alright, that's enough. Next clip.
This clip was posted to the paranormal section of Reddit by HDGun. It was captured by the security camera of a co-worker.
r/paranormal, where orbs go to be told that they're bugs. 90% of the posts on r/paranormal are bugs. I don't even go there anymore. Or, I'm sorry, they're all orbs. They post photos of orbs, okay? Too many photos of orbs. In fact, it's in the rules of that subreddit. Don't post orbs. It's always bugs, or dust, or aerosol, or any other particulate or small thing. Let's see if this is an orb.
Outside their home. The uploader states that the family was experiencing paranormal activity before in this house. Mostly, however, limited to really strange noises that could be heard inside as well as outside the house. They have seen some odd shadows as well, but were never able to capture anything on camera. Then they saw the following.
At least it's not a bug this time. What it actually is a small white animal running through the field of view of a waterlogged security camera lens. There is water on the lens, and the dog, cat, I don't care, is running through the bottom of the frame, and it just looks like a misty apparition. It does come from the fence. It does transit the scene towards the back of the fence, or away from the fence. But it's not a bug, finally, and it's not a ghost. Okay, I'll grant you, it might not be just a small animal. There might be a child with that animal. I'm going to explain security camera compression again. If you have seen my videos before, you know the explanation already. Feel free to skip forward by 30 seconds, but if you watch it all the way through, you might learn something or reinforce the information, which could be useful. The foggy, waterlogged aspect of the lower third of the camera tricks the camera into thinking that there is a large thing that doesn't need to be updated, so it's paused the entire lower portion of the security camera. But the fog is translucent in nature, so as the small child and animal transit the scene, enough of the pixels in the image are now updating, but the predominant thing that's still on the lens is the fog, which means the computer is going to momentarily update the individual pixels as something transits the scene, but will remain largely unchanged due to the large presence of fog and halation. So, it's not a ghost. It's a rainy afternoon in what looks like Singapore or some other East Asian country due to the foliage. Or Miami, I don't know. I'm not GeoGuessr or Rainbolt, but still. My point stands. This is debunked.
This security footage comes from the third floor of a building under renovation in Colombia. What starts as a routine patrol takes an eerie turn when the officer suddenly stops, waves, and begins talking as if he's having a conversation with someone.
This has become one of the, if not the, most common security camera video, ghost video. One person made a video of this exact thing and now security guards all over the world being completely void of anything interesting to do during their night shift have seen fit to now start mass producing this amount or this type of internet content. It is never real. It is always just a bunch of bored security guards playing around and trying to cash in on the monetary success that the first ghost video had. There has never been even one of these ghost videos that has even shown an iota of exterior tangible proof. It's so bad that there are several security guard videos that the security guard messes up. For instance, there is a specific security camera footage. It's a top-down view of a hospital lobby. The security guard goes, opens the gate, pulls his clipboard out, pretends to write something, and then goes to get a wheelchair. They bring the wheelchair to the front, they jiggle it slightly so it looks like something heavy sat in it, and then transits the scene towards the back of the hospital, towards the hospital. Yeah. But as they reach the wheelchair corral in the very last, 10 frames of the video, they put the wheelchair back. Oops. Fucked up. This is the same thing. Being a security guard at night is incredibly boring. I should know. I was one. So, the allure to make a ghost video and possibly have it go viral and break out of the security guard job is a strong one. This one, without even watching it, is already debunked.
Yeah. Colombia.
He can't even decide which side the ghost is on. He's gesticulating this way, gesticulating that way, and he can't even determine what side it's actually supposed to be on. See? Now it's on the other side again. What is he, surrounded by ghosts? Is there like 10 people talking to him? When do you think the other security guard is going to radio him and tell him that nobody's there and then he bolts like a bat out of hell? It's probably going to happen any minute now. This is the first time I'm seeing this with you, so if I'm right, I'm gonna... Nah, I was gonna say I'm gonna put an extra point in the debunked folder, but whatever.
The strange thing is, the camera shows he's completely alone. There's no one else in the frame, yet he's clearly interacting with something.
Fuck, you know what? It might even just be a prank to the other security guard. Maybe the other guy super believes in ghosts, so he's deciding to just pretend like he's talking to somebody and he completely fooled the other security guard. It's most likely that he's just trying to cash in on a viral trend, but the alternative is a prank. I suppose you can say that.
The mystery deepens when another guard asks him over the radio who he's been talking to. That's when reality seems to hit him.
Carnalito, ¿con quién estás hablando? No hay nadie, marica. Ahí no hay nadie.
Control Alt Bingo. It's been done. Too many times. If you believe this, I got a bridge to sell you.
Learning he's been chatting with thin air, the officer's face changes from friendly to terrified. The video ends with him running away from the scene, clearly shocked.
You know what would be even funnier? If there was somebody there and he was the guy. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm just saying this would be a funnier thing. Do this if you're a security guard. Go prank somebody. Just tell them, dude, who are you talking to? And they'll be like, oh, I'm talking to this lady. Be like, there's nobody there. Just see what happens. That'd be hilarious. That'd be funnier than this. This is just boring.
Word is, he was so shaken by what happened that no one knows if he ever came back to work in that building again.
Any corroborative information at all would be helpful. Name of the mall, name of the facility, name of the guy, give us his socials, you know. Any corroborative information would be fantastic, but of course there is none. So that's debunked.
Another video from a young man who also describes that he was hearing a lot of creepy noises coming from his very own basement. Many times he had recorded, however was never lucky to capture anything.
I heard some noises again. Hello?
He sounds like he would do well in an emo band.
Is this a pair of ghostly legs walking through the screen here?
Debunked. This is just a guy in a Zentai suit or any black clothing. It's just his friend. They're just trying to cash in on some viral fame. Zero credibility, zero interest. I don't care. Debunked. I don't even have to debunk it. This is just, look at it.
Unfortunately, it is not known what happened after.
Pizza and Halo.
The next video was sent by Manfred, and it depicts a homeowner and his dog strolling through their backyard after dark for a late night walk.
For a late night piss. Get it right. They don't want to go for a walk in the backyard. They want to drop a deuce.
Which is nothing out of the ordinary, and something they do on an almost daily basis. To the owner's surprise, this night though, the dog notices something in the distance and starts reacting to it.
This is a 5 to 8 month old yellow lab. It knows nothing. It barks at everything. It's the most hyper crazy state the dog is ever going to be in. You can hear it in the voice. It's not even old enough to develop a fully grown bark. It's gonna bark at everything, including that foam tombstone or whatever you've got over there by the tree. Or maybe it is a tombstone. Might be a tombstone of your last dog. Anyways, let's see what he's barking at.
You good, bud? What you barking at?
At this point, in the eyes of the owner, it was very possible that his dog just saw another animal or something.
You got a graveyard back there. He's probably barking at a squirrel. Maybe he heard another dog way off in the distance. Young dogs have sensitive hearing. They're new, you know? They don't have the tinnitus and all that of old dogs.
Stop barking, bud. What's wrong?
What just transpired, unfortunately, did not catch the owner's eye at the time, and he only realized that something odd was going on when checking the footage afterwards.
I promise you, that's just a moth around his porch light. The shadow can get big. Moths can get big. Or it's a bat that's passed by the light that's eating the moth that's drawn to the light. This is debunked. It's not a shadow person. It's just a shadow of an insect or a bat eating an insect.
A long and stretched shadow is quickly passing by from the right, and then hiding behind the tree. What are we looking at here exactly? It's really hard to explain this phenomenon. What do you guys think? Rodrigo has forwarded me the following video that was uploaded on Reddit. Unfortunately, the thread has been lost, so the original uploader remains unknown. If you know who uploaded it, please leave a comment. Anyways, apparently we have another night guard here who...
Please tell me this is the video I'm thinking of, because the debunk for this video, I've been looking for a specific video of a person in a school at night, and there's a big sound, and I so thoroughly debunked that video. It was so good, and I have been searching for that video so that I can include it in my videos now. I never recorded a video. I used to just do this all the time for the last, I swear I've been doing this for like 20 years. Well, I guess a couple years short of, as long as there's been ghost videos, I've been trying to figure out why the ghost videos are fake. The whole time, since I saw the first ghost video when I was probably 11 or 12. Please tell me this is the same video, because I have the solution for it.
was patrolling a school at night, and on one of his rounds, really weird noises appear to be coming from one of the corridors.
There is a thunderstorm in this school area. The power went out. Okay? The beep that you hear is the power being restored to the school. And the backup generator turns off. That sound you're hearing is a diesel generator spooling down, resonating through the HVAC system, throughout the whole school. Haunting. I debunked this so fucking hard. Let me gather some information. I know, doesn't sound the same, right? But that's because that's a new Cummins diesel generator. But the ones that are in these schools are these massive, solid steel units, like this one. Just listen to it. You search your heart. You know it to be true. It's exactly what it is. And the fucking greatest part about this is that there's no contextual clues except for that fucking beep. That beep. That one single beep you hear spells it all out. Well, and the thunderstorm you can see out the door. But I know you don't understand because you're just listening to me debunk ghost videos. But debunking ghost videos has been such a passion of mine since I was a kid. I would religiously watch every time a ghost video was uploaded on YouTube. Every time before YouTube, it was Metacafe. Ghost videos get uploaded, and I'd look at them with my brother, and I'd be like, what do you think is going on? This has been 20 years or more in the making. When I found this video, it was the magnum opus, because my brother and I discussed this one, not this one, but one of these ghost videos so fervently when we were younger, that when I found this one and I built a case around it. I made a spreadsheet. I linked all the different generator sounds and everything, cross-referencing them with the sound of different things going through pipes. I poured through like archives of sound effects and everything. And it was such a satisfying experience. And the only person who I would care to show it to was my brother. At the time, that was my audience. That we were each other's audience. We were debunking these videos and telling each other how we debunked them. We're not just these two random guys that just decided to pick this up and start doing it one day back during the pandemic and then ended up not doing it until this past year. This is a lifetime of debunking ghost videos. So when I tell you the answers to these things, it comes from literal decades of experience with debunking these videos. This was my magnum opus back when I figured it out. I think this was uploaded back in like 2019, 2016 to 2019. To see it again is like, it's a feeling like no other in my world. That beep just sends shivers down my spine.
Rodrigo said that the uploader believes that it could capture the voices and moans of the undead.
I bet you would think that. The happiness I feel right now is euphoric. To finally see this video again. I'm so happy right now. I feel so at peace. This is why we do this. It feels so good to solve a mystery. It's just an incredible experience that I wish everybody could have. It's the eureka moment. Every time we get to solve a mystery, every time we get to solve one of these ghost videos, it's like a lightning bolt in the brain. It just makes me feel so, I don't know. Hit the subscribe button. More of this, please. I'd like to do this forever. It would be my dream. I know a lot of people, they have dreams of becoming, winning the lottery, wealthy and all that stuff. I just want to do what I love. And I love doing this.
And then there is a strange machinery noise. Oh, I forgot to mention, the power went off in the building 2 minutes before the men started recording that night. What do you think? Is it just another bunch of machines making that noise? Or something more mysterious?
I'm going to save it forever.
The following video was uploaded by user GoogleMeBee. He pulled his footage from the security camera in his backyard while he was just scrolling through the video feed. He noticed this strange motion event that
Lens flare.
caught his attention, and he's never seen anything like it before. On any of his security cameras, he has no reasonable explanation for what he's captured here. The following was captured in an over 100 years old plaza resort in which a lot of spooky things have been captured over the past decades. This particular night, security staff was alerted by something unusual that was captured by the security camera of their downstairs bar, which was closed and empty at the time. They noticed a strange looking shape, which seems to be switching sizes and was morphing.
Spider on the lens.
This video was recorded by a young man who came across something terrifying in the crawl space under his very own house. He started hearing some really odd noises stemming from underneath his home, and this night was no exception. As he was standing in the kitchen, he started the recording. He was initially listening to some weird banging noises, and at first he thought it to be an animal.
Go check it out, you fucking pussy. Yeah, just the way I like to enter a dark, dank space with an unknown entity. Backwards. Just hop down, hook your arms on the carpeted area, and just yeet yourself right in there. You cut the video.
What was really weird were a few items that were totally misplaced, and it was certain that it wasn't him nor his girlfriend who had moved these things. It was a stranger who had broken into his crawl space, and then later it was revealed that it was his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend who was extremely possessive and stalked both of them, and that this crawl space action was no single occurrence.
That's fucked up. Not a ghost. So... debunked?
They later got the police involved to take care of that matter. A creepy case, I find.
No. Debunked. because that's a fully enclosed basement. So unless he broke into the house, found a random hatch in the floor, and thought to himself, this is a great place to hide, I'm going to say it's probably your friend. I'm switching that to debunked.
Now we want to take another look at TikTok user Face the Light, who documented a haunting at her former family home that involved a shadow man that had terrorized her for a good while. Now it seems that she has moved and things have gotten a bit more quiet, until the day where she started this particular TikTok again.
Maybe when I'm done with it, I can send you this.
On another TikTok, she continues a room tour, on which she talks about the amazing items that she could gather for her new place. Now let's see.
I just wanted to show you my room. This is the bedding I got. This is the duvet that I grabbed from the house. There's all my books that I could not fit on that shelf. I saw in the last video.
I don't know, man. Seems really dumb. Like, you just got like one big bump. You turn the camera around, face it towards your bed, and then you just kick the dresser behind you. The first one, just some random bang, somebody closing the door. I don't know. Like, so far it just seems like maybe the first video kind of made her go viral, and now she's just doing it because of the attention that the first one gave her. Also, when you're recording, try looking in the mirror in your own eyes rather than, you know, at the cell phone, because it kind of seemed like you're disconnected there. Like, you're not really interested in connecting with your audience. You know, you should probably look into the camera. I had problems with that in the beginning. I'm getting better.
Some really weird stuff has been happening around here. Like, I keep hearing like random noises. I don't want to freak you out. I mean, I'm not that worried about it. I mean, it's kind of freaky. But anyways, on a lighter note...
And here the apartment tour continues, and she is aware that these events seem to transpire more and more.
Like the nice towel that you sent me. Thank you.
Yeah, she's just cashing in on the hype train. She's got a bunch of followers now who are, ooh, spooky stuff's happening. So she's gonna keep making spooky stuff happen. Like, come on. A flickering light, a couple loud bangs.
Who knows? Maybe the thing that was haunting her has moved to the new place with her. And it takes all a pretty dark turn when indeed what other viewers describe as the Shadow Man is making a return and freaks the living bejeebies out of her. Pretty much.
Well, the thing to the right of the back porch is a cat on a scratching post. Reflection. The other thing that you're seeing is two glitter, like, you know, one of the like shiny jewel things that kids used to stick all over their cell phone cases, stuck on the wall or the fridge or something like that. There's nothing on the back porch. It's just two lights. It might as well just be two street lights way off in the distance. There's nothing there. You're just trying to ham it up for the camera. Debunked.
Much looks like the same figure, doesn't it? The Shadow Man just stands in front of the window for a while, peeking in and staring at her. Then,
oh, I see it now. Maybe let's hold off on that debunked for a couple more minutes.
It appears that he makes it into the house for some reason, and this is where Face the Light takes the last couple of recordings of this terrifying being.
Nope, put it back. That's just your friend in a mask. Maybe your older brother. Not buying it.
The following video was recorded by CCTV
Whoa. Volume boost. Jesus.
and captured by security in an old nightclub, as the officer was checking the surveillance after closing hours. And when nobody was supposed to be in the building anymore, they noticed that something was quite amiss.
Look, if you're still here and you haven't heard any audio errors from me like that, you should subscribe, because it's starting to seem like I might be a little bit more professional than the channels hosting these videos.
Apparently a child might have made their way into the closed club.
That's just a lens flare from one of the lights hitting that disco ball you have there that's already blanking out multiple parts of the screen. Maybe you have 1 or 2 disco balls up there, but yeah, that's just a lens flare. Not buying it.
Now we want to watch a paranormal past life investigation.
Now he's too quiet.
It says, ghost caught in haunted abandoned farmhouse, everything left inside.
What?
It was captured by Paranation Exploration, Racing the Claim of Nature. Let's see what they could come up with. This appears to be somewhere out in the rurals of... Did they know that there are ghost sightings around this area? Oh, what's that in the window?
That's a reflection of a cloud.
Let's see that again. Yeah, see, there's something standing, but the reflections from the outside doesn't really make it easy for us to see what exactly it is.
I'll see what I can do about his audio.
Thomas forwarded me the next clip, which was part of one of his investigations from the early 2000s. He stated that he and his friends were investigating an abandoned school building close to their hometown. Did they actually come across what they were looking for?
This is like what the BMG here. Yeah. Oh yeah. That sucked. 3rd grade. Where did you say that thing was? Oh, that shop was that. It was like it was over there. Whoa. Yeah. What? Oh my God! What the? Run!
I guess they don't expect anybody to go frame by frame, because as far as I can see, it's just a person. You know, there's no context, but it's very clearly just another person, probably one of their friends. They're making a spooky video. Low light, no information. So I'm just gonna say it's debunked.
A man caught the ghost of a young girl in his new house. Could this be real?
No, that's just a transparent background video green screen of a child falling down a well. It's probably from The Ring or something. I bet you if you looked hard enough you could probably find it. I'm not going to. I've been recording for 6 hours. I'm ready to go to bed.
The following incident took place in an older office building in which many people have reported to have seen eerie events and even inexplicable ghost sightings in the later hours of the evenings. As a lady steps into this narrow elevator, something creepy unfolds.
This is actually a video of a Japanese elevator prank show. It's not actually paranormal. It's kind of like this one, except the opposite direction.
The following video was shared by a family who say that they have been traveling at the time and they were staying at the hotel room as their son was recording a little video diary. They might have captured something else as well.
No, they're just filming a funny video. I actually found the original of this quite a while ago, and they came clean about it.
They are pretty certain that this was a ghost that was standing just millimeters behind their mother. The following was shared by user The Northwest Wind, who regularly shares his outdoor adventures and camping trips. This time he entered a forest in Cleveland on a cold January night. The ice covered everything in his path, and he states that for whatever reason he felt a bit uneasy, almost as if something was following him that day.
I don't know what it is here, but I keep feeling like somebody's watching me, and it's like very, very strong feeling, like hair on the back of my neck standing up.
That's called being anxious, and it's not paranormal or ESP.
I don't know why, I'm just spooked. I haven't been saying that, but I've been spooked since I got here. I keep feeling like somebody's watching me. And then seeing that person. I know it's a public park, but still.
As night fell, it was time to take shelter in his tent.
Well, there you go. He's stealth camping, which means that he's automatically nervous about getting caught because it's illegal to camp in a public park. Unless it's like a public park campground.
And this is where things began to take a totally chilling turn.
There's somebody. Hang on. I don't know if they could see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent.
Maybe you're camping in another homeless man's spot. It's not a ghost. It's just another person. And you're camping in a park. You've probably accepted that there's a plausibility that you're going to have a stranger come near your tent. So I wouldn't be too surprised.
Alright, I'm getting out of here. We're getting the hell out of here. Hello? What do you want? Say something, I see you! They're just standing there. What do you want? Leave me alone!
And now you're screaming like a crackhead in the park, so business as usual for a city park, I guess.
They went over that way. I can't see them now. I know you're there. I see you. All right, they're moving again. I don't know. I'm getting out of here. We're going. I'll come back for this some other time. All right, let's get the hell out of here. I'm leaving. Don't follow me. I don't know where to go. I don't know which way to get out of here. I smell right at the edge of the wood line. It's about 150 yards away. Hang on. You see that? I see you! I can see you! Oh, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. All right, let's get...
Might not be the same person. This one might be a cop.
I don't know if they're like after me or something, or... It's getting bigger. They're coming this way. I'm calling the police!
He thinks that there had to be at least one other person and was technically forced to flee the scene immediately,
Crackhead vs. camper. Place your bets.
leaving all of his equipment behind in the process. The next morning, Sam returns to the campsite and realizes that none of his equipment had been stolen, which was a bit odd, he finds. He has no idea who exactly it was.
Mystery solved. It was no one. You're probably just hearing an animal walking around outside and misidentified it as a human. I'll call that debunked.
This young man from Germany was recording himself while sleeping because nightly disturbance regularly startled him, and tonight it happened again.
I call bullshit. It's a cell phone that he's recording on. And he's just got it propped up on something. And he's recording himself sleep. Your storage would be full in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and preemptively decide in my own head, but not reflected on the scoreboard, this is debunked. See? No sound of a charging cable cracking out of the socket, no taking it off a tripod, nothing like that. Just picked it right up, which means you started recording, you sat down, you pretended to sleep for a couple seconds while somebody puppeteers some random, I don't know, sliding closet door, and now you're pretending like something spooky's happening. But there's not going to be enough light to see anything, so debunked.
At this point, it is easy to believe that it was a poltergeist of some sorts.
Yeah, see? No light, shaky hands, can't center the camera, can't see anything. It's bullshit. He's faking it. Otherwise his cell phone would die and be full. The last video I already debunked, so that's all I've got. Thank you for watching. If you watched all the way through to the end, then leave a comment saying, I watched all the way through to the end. I'm a real one. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share it with some of your friends. I have a playlist on my channel here. It's called Nick's Videos. Watch some more. Press play, autoplay, and go to sleep. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye. Oh, and the final tally was 20. 21 if you count that one. So, that's what I'm putting in the title. Debunking 21 ghost videos.